Hey guys, and welcome back to my channel. Today I am back finally with my first budgeting video of the month. Today I'm going to be setting up my July monthly budget with you guys on camera, and there is going to be quite a few changes, so it's nice that I get to kind of come on camera here and talk to you guys about them. I am also using a new planner starting this month, which is my Erin Condren monthly planner. If you guys have been watching my channel for a few years, you guys know that I actually used to use this planner in the past before my plum paper last year. I have used this one before, so it was really, I think, kind of nice to be able to go back to something that I already know instead of trying out something completely different. So I do have the monthly planner here. I did get it starting July. Unfortunately, I didn't get a different color coil, and it does kind of look awkward with my cover here, so I might just have to change the cover. I just really like this Hello Kitty pattern, but yeah, I'm gonna get a cover that says budget planner. I actually got this planner at the Erin Condren store in Irvine at the Spectrum. But I'm very, very excited to be planning in a monthly planner again from EC. So I have not set this planner up whatsoever, so definitely stay tuned. The setting up videos will come a little bit later, so I'm sorry about the delay, but they will be coming, I promise. This is my monthly view. I actually have some stickers here that I'm going to be setting up the dashboard with. So I have my dashboard stickers, and then I made the budget like note page script stickers into this font. So as you guys can see, I have bills, financial goals, achievements, totals this month, debt, savings, credit score, events, and cash envelopes. And this script will be available starting September, because I know I was still offering the older script for July and August, but just stay tuned for the September new releases, and those will be available with that script. But that is not what we're going to be setting up today. Like I mentioned, we're going to be setting up my July budget. I have here my mason jars washi kit and the correlating variable and fixed expenses budget kit. I'm gonna lay these stickers down the same exact way that I always do. So after the dashboard, let me actually take a look at how many pages we have. I'm gonna have the variable income page here, budget. I'm gonna have 2 weekly check-in pages, I'm pretty sure, sinking funds. I am not doing a debt snowball as of now. I have not been paying extra money towards debt for a few reasons, but if I would be doing that, that would be on this page. This month, I will be setting up something different on this page, which will be my moving out budget, or my moving budget, because I haven't even talked about this, but I am moving this month, at the end of this month, into an apartment by myself. So if you guys have questions, which I'm sure you guys do, a lot of you guys always ask me questions, I have decided to compile those questions for a Q&A video. So definitely stay tuned if you guys would like me to kind of go more in depth. If you guys would like me to explain or go into more detail as to what is going on in my life, definitely stay tuned for my Q&A video. But I am going to set up my budget now. And I have made a few changes. Since this month is kind of a weird one because I am moving out, I have decided to decrease a couple of my cash envelopes, as well as this month I added one more for a haircut. I don't know if you guys remember, but about 3 months ago I got my first haircut after quite a few months, and so I decided that since my hair needs, I feel like, a little bit more care, since I do dye it pretty often, to start getting haircuts more regularly, so every 3 months. And so it is time to get my haircut again, and that is what you guys will see in my budget this month as well. As for moving expenses and all of that, I am not going to include those in my budget because I am going to be making a separate budget for that. So all of those expenses will be coming out of my savings and, honestly, emergency fund, which is a little bittersweet because I have been focusing on, building up my emergency fund and now I kind of just have to use it. But that's just what happens, and that's, I think, the great thing about budgeting and knowing where your money is going, because you're able to save the most amount, I think, when you are tracking all these expenses instead of spending money and not knowing how much it is that you're ending at the end of the month with. So yes, I'm gonna get started, I guess. I'll go ahead and just lay down my washi. The page is a little bit different than my plum paper, I will say that. Not only like the feeling wise, it is a little bit thicker, but it is, I feel like the lines are a little bit wider too. Let's go ahead and check, because I think for my plum paper, let's see, let me check. I'm gonna go ahead and lay down my budget script right there, and maybe I should zoom out a little bit. No, I think that should be good. And okay, so let's start with my income section. As you guys know, my two, yeah, it is a little bit thicker. My two sources of income that I like to track here in my budget are my sticker shop Romina Rosa. So I will write that in. And then I do like to track my variable income, which would be things like YouTube, Patreon, affiliate links, and all of that good stuff. I also have one more that I'm going to be adding this month, and it is a California stimulus check. If you guys do not live in California or are not California residents, they were doing the $600 stimulus check. I think they were talking about it like a few weeks ago, and I wasn't sure if I was going to receive it, but I did end up receiving it in the mail. So I am going to be adding it in here, and that was once again $600 extra. So I'm so happy about that, because I will be using that money for moving out. So I'll go ahead and just write stimulus. I should have actually wrote the California stimulus, but it's okay. I'll just go ahead and write stimulus. So that's going to be $600 added to this month's budget. So that is the income section here. And now let's go ahead and break up my income and my expenses here. Okay. And move right along into my expenses. If you guys have been watching my channel for a while, then you know that I pretty much have had the same cash envelopes since I started making budgeting videos. So those are as follow: groceries. I think I'm gonna write them all down and then go ahead and let you guys know what I'm budgeting for them. I have household. I also have an eating out cash envelope. Allowance. Beauty. Gas for my car. In here I also have my phone bill, my internet bill, which is going to be really interesting to see how all that is going to pan out, because I know when you move out, it depends on which day it started, but I feel like I'm gonna have to pay internet for another month aside from this. I'm not sure. I have to still check all those things out, what we do. So next one I have is my gym membership. Then, like I mentioned, I want to have a section or a haircut category. And then last but not least, I'll have an unbudgeted section, which is just like a placeholder for any unexpected expenses that I may not be accounting for. I think I'll just write in, just go ahead and lay down the totals. I hope I have enough space. 1, 2, 3. I'm hoping. I feel like I should have written it a little bit upward. Yeah, so I just realized that since The lines are a little bit thicker in the Easy planners. You have less lines than I would have in my plum paper. So that's a change. That's different for me. Should I write out all of my categories first? I think I want to do something different. I think I'm going to write out all of my categories, both variable and fixed, and then I'll go ahead and let you guys know the amounts. I think it's very exciting as well as nerve-wracking what I'm going through right now and how I'm going to be moving by myself. And honestly, I had thought about moving back to my parents' house, but I just don't have the room for my shop at my parents', and I just feel like I need something for myself. So that's why I'm doing it, if you guys are wondering, or why I'm not moving back to my parents, because that was something that I was thinking about in the beginning before, you know, making this decision for myself. But yeah, the fixed expenses, as you guys know, I have rent, then car payment. I hope you guys can see that. Car payment. Then I have car insurance. Not sure if it's the paper or maybe because I haven't been writing like on camera, and I only do this once a month, but my writing feels a little weird. Next I have renter's insurance, a category for subscriptions. I have my student loans, which although I haven't had to pay for them, I've been paying for them every month. Then I have a giving category and one for my sinking funds. I'm actually going to be stuffing my sinking funds with the least amount of money I feel like ever, but I really want to prioritize all the moving expenses I'm going to have. So that's kind of my priority this month, to just focus on moving expenses. Sinking funds, and that's about it. Okay. Let's lay down the totals section. Usually I do skip a line. I might just skip a line for fixed, but I'm not going to skip a line for a variable because I just realized that I don't have the room. I have just enough to, I think, fit everything. Let's see. Just want to make sure because I am freaking out just a little bit. I think if I lay this down here, I might bring this one down a little bit because it looks a little weird. Totals, yeah, I think that way it'll work. Okay, I think I'll just stop there and go back to my variable expenses. First off, groceries. I am budgeting $200 for groceries. Last month I budgeted a little bit more because my family was here, and even the month before I think I budgeted like $240, but I've decided to just do $200. I'm trying to be minimal about my grocery spending, especially because I don't want to have a lot of things left that I'll then have to move with me into my new apartment. So that's why I am only budgeting $200 for groceries this month. Then for household, I am still doing $100. This is, I think, mainly going to be for new things for my apartment or just things that I need. I just got laundry detergent last month. I might have to buy maybe toilet paper, wipes, all of that. Just essential stuff that I will just then take with me. For eating out, I'm going down once again to my usual $120. $20 of this will be for tips, and then the rest will be for just regular eating out. And then for allowance, I'm going to budget $100 per usual. That always seems to work out for me. For beauty, I'm not sure if I'm lowering it. Yes, so last month I budgeted $250, but this month I am going to be budgeting $200 for it. I do, as you guys can see, dye my hair red, so that is what comes out of my beauty cash envelopes, as well as my nails. I do get those done, and anything else. Then for gas, I usually don't budget much for this category because I don't drive anywhere. I'm always just working from home. But since I'm going to be moving and I'm going apartment hunting this month as well, I am budgeting just a little bit more than I did last month. Last month I budgeted $80, and this month I'm going to be budgeting $100 for gas. Which, let me tell you, with the trips that I'm going to be taking to LA, which is where I'm going to be moving to, or planning on moving to, I definitely will be needing all this money. So that's what I'm budgeting for gas this month. For my phone bill, I am doing $72. It's usually been a little bit under this, so that is good. Internet will be $69.99. Gym membership is $22.99. And then for my haircut, I'm budgeting what I spent the last time I got a haircut at Ulta, which was $75. I know that this is pretty pricey for a haircut, I've gotten told, and I know that now, but that's just what's most convenient to me. And I really like my haircut. Also, my battery just died on my other camera, so it's probably just gonna be you guys in my planner again. I know a lot of you guys really seem to enjoy this a little bit more, just my plannering you guys, instead of looking at my face. So this one is for y'all. I'm just kidding, but okay, let's go back into this. I guess I can go ahead and zoom in just a little bit now. Yes, okay, so I'll go ahead and zoom in. And then for unbudgeted, I don't budget anything for this category. Like I mentioned, this is just a placeholder for me so that if I do end up having any unbudgeted expenses, I can go ahead and have an actual and write that in there. So those are all of the budgeted amounts for my variable expenses, which are, of course, the ones that vary, the ones that could potentially change, meaning that I could spend a little bit less of, or let's say for my haircut, it could be a little bit more. And then for fixed expenses, those are set amounts that do not change. So things like my rent, car payment, car insurance, and renter's insurance, those don't ever change. So for rent, as you guys know, I've been paying $800 at the place that I'm currently living in, but let's just say that I will be paying double this, if not more, for a place by myself in LA. So that is $800. Car payment is $348.06. Car insurance is $200. Renters, I pay $10.83. Now for renters, I might just end up canceling this or updating it once I moved into my new apartment, but I still will have this charge in the month of July. Subscriptions, this category is for my iCloud storage as well as Spotify, so that comes out to $6.99 in total. Student loans, my minimum payment is $130 with 77 cents. And then for giving, that is $150. That's what I always do or budget for. And then for sinking funds, I'm going to be stuffing these with $729, which will be the next video on my channel. So definitely stay tuned for that. Let's go ahead and add all of my variable expenses. We have $200 for groceries, $100, $120, $100, $200, $172, $69.99, $22.99, and $75, which equals to $1,059 with 98 cents. And then for fixed, we have $800 plus $348.06 plus $200 plus $10.83, $6.99, $130.77, $150, and $7.29. That equals to $2,375 with 65 cents. So in total, my expenses equal to $3,435.63. I am now finally going to set up the bottom there. I'm sorry I did that earlier, but for the total section, I like to write in my income. So I'll go ahead and write expected income here. Of course, towards the end of the month, once I know how much money I am actually bringing in, I'll go ahead and write out my totals. But if you guys would like to see me kind of closing out my budget, stay tuned for my June budget results video. Then I'll write in variable for variable expenses and fixed for fixed expenses. And then I'm just gonna go ahead and lay down the last little strip here for that. I can go ahead and write out my budget amounts here for my expenses. And once again, at the end of the month, we will go ahead and see how I did. There you go. Lastly, I am going to lay down the pattern square box, and I'll lay down some of these deco pieces as well. So at the end of the month, once I have all of my actual income and actual expenses, I'll go ahead and subtract the expenses from my income, and whatever I have left over has been going towards my emergency fund. So that's kind of why I have the piggy bank there. Then I'll go ahead and just lay down some extra of these deco pieces. I am thinking actually of bringing this down, this strip a little bit lower. I don't know, it just looks a little awkward to me. I think that's better. Okay, so I'll just lay this down here and then put a little cash envelope here and a stack of money right here with the income. And that is going to be it for this monthly budget setup video. I really hope you guys enjoyed it. Sorry about the whole technical difficulties with my other camera, but yes, if you guys enjoyed this video, as always, please do not forget to give it a huge thumbs up, as well as subscribe to my channel if you guys are not subscribed already. Also, stay tuned for my next videos, which will be my sinking fund setup and cash envelope stuffing. Hopefully I'll get to see you guys on there. Bye guys.